Presence. How do we heal? We become present. We develop a relationship with right now. Right? What are we experiencing right now? And what does it mean to be present? Well, this is original research that I did for my doctoral work when it was very exciting. It's this idea that we can be more present or less present in any moment. So just think about your own quality of presence right now. Just, I typically say to people, if 0 is really low quality of presence, totally oblivious, right? You're somewhere else. You arrive, you have no idea how you've got there. Somebody's talking to you, you're not listening, no presence. And 10 is, Zen presence. Where are you on that? Just think about it. 5, maybe 3. I've been more like a 2 lately. We're going to go for our holiday, and maybe some of us will get up to an 8. It's just something to consider. What is your quality of presence in any moment? What is your quality of relating to any moment, to this moment, this immediate fragment of time, and this immediate fragment of time, and this immediate fragment of time, and now? Because we can change our quality of presence at any moment. All right, so stop. How do we get present? We stop. We notice ourselves on that hamster wheel. Stop. Just a moment of awareness. Stop. Observe. What is happening? How present am I? No judgment, just notice, just observe. And then in this particular process of practicing being present in action, the third step would be to align, right? Stop, observe. What's going on? Notice quality. What's happening? Align. Why am I doing this? What do I want to align with? I don't know what that is for you. That's a conversation it's a coaching conversation we typically have. What is it that you're wanting? Are you wanting more presence? Are you wanting connection? Are you wanting peace? Are you wanting healing? Align with that. Remember, just drop it in and allow. Move in a natural and spontaneous way from there. Stop, observe, align, allow. So I did this with entrepreneurs for 6 weeks. So they had goals that they wanted to achieve. And the main strategy was to just increase their quality of presence. Stop, observe, align, allow. So what happened? I don't know if you can see those. Yeah, it's better over here. So we looked at relationship or the domains of self, others, and the environment. So in any moment, we can be present to self, others, or the environment. So another question is just think about, what is your habit of being present? Are you moving through the world more present with what's going on inside of you? Are you somebody who's really focused on others and not so much yourself or the environment? It's really fun to start to play with, because you can be present. All of them exist. There's internal, external, and all of this. So in terms of relationship to self, people noticed that, or these were the outcomes actually, after 6 weeks they were more intentional with everything. So you can't start being present in one area of your life and not have it move to another area, because we're talking about awareness and consciousness. We're slower, there's less effort. Just being, I just have to be right here, right now. Just, tune in right here, right now. I can handle this in 5 minutes. When I'm out there, I'll be there. When I'm home with my son, hopefully I'll be present to that, right? So we can kind of take off that hat that we're carrying around of all of our to-dos. Like, why? We're not going to get to those until 2 weeks down the road. Why is it? It's heavy. So less effort, better focus, but wholeness, right? By being present, we start to realize, oh yeah, I'm not happy about that. Keep pretending it's fine. It's not, right? So then, can I be present to that? I mean, the courage is right here first, right? To be present to ourselves and courageous with ourselves. But then with others, when we start to be present, the quality of our communication, well, the quality of the subject's communication improved. They were taking risks. There was less avoidance, less reactivity, right? We're often just like reacting. I'm a mom. I just react to my child. I'm like, oh, don't react. More authenticity, more honesty, being more engaged. And with work, better focus, a whole new perspective on the day, better time management. I'm going to be here now. Few of us are doing one thing at a time. Most of us are multitasking. And a re-engagement, more motivation.
Quick question, what's AI?
Emotional intelligence, yeah. Emotional capacity, right? So some of us don't do anger, really afraid of anger. Some people are really afraid of sadness, right? So to be present, like if you're always angry, always, and you're the hammer, that's your tool that you use all the time. So people started to be present and actually experience these new and more less developed emotions. All right, so we want to become more present so we can be more present to our kids, more attuned to our kids, to give them the healthy attachment, to give them the social and emotional skills that we all need to live together in this society and be efficient and effective and do great things. So how do we help after something like the Woolsey fire? Children are very resilient, so the most important thing is our wellness. Mom and dad, are mom and dad okay, right? We are their safety. So have a normal routine, stay connected to family and friends, eating healthy, exercise, right? Get the movement out, proper sleep, avoid media about these events. I don't know about you, but I'm a public radio geek. It's on all the time, maybe not so appropriate for children, right? So the other thing that they found was really good is to be grateful and to volunteer. So there's a lot of research coming out on gratitude right now. It changes the brain. It moves us into a positive emotional state. People that are absolutely committed to having things not be good, you can force them to think of one thing that they're grateful for, right? And it works. I had that today, and we got 3, right? But this can transform relationships to be grateful. And even though things might be really bad, we can find something to be grateful for. So gratitude and volunteering are also really helpful. So this is integral psychology. I just want to present this model. This is Ken Wilber. He is a philosopher, psychologist, and he says if we're going to look at integral psychology and a whole model of healing and wellness, it is this 4-quadrant model. So on the top is the individual, and on the bottom is the collective. The left-hand side is the internal dimension. Right? It's the internal. So as individuals inside, we've got our psychology, we've got our emotions. You can't see that. That's my intrapersonal, inside. On the outside, we've got our bodies, our physical bodies, and I include home in that. I was thinking, where does home fit in here? Home is there, right? So we have a whole lot of people in our population whose bodies are not home, and that causes a lot of distress. Internally, the internal of the collective is the culture, right? Those are our values that we hold together, and culture is unconscious. culture is transmitted from generation to generation. And we don't really even know about our cultural programming until we go somewhere where we're not from there, because we give each other social cues all the time that reinforce our cultural agreements. And then you go somewhere that doesn't do that. I was walking in Germany in the forest all by myself for 2 hours. You can take a train to in the middle of the forest and get out and walk. And I saw somebody far away, and it took us 15 minutes to encounter each other. I was so happy. Hi, guten Tag. I come from a small town in Minnesota where we're all like that. And I got the worst look and a glare. It was so wrong. For me, it was so wrong. And I was furious, and I went to my friend at my apartment, and I told her what happened. She said, well, of course, you ruined his serenity. He was out there to be with himself and his thoughts. And I'm thinking, we're in the middle of the forest. It was 2 people. I hadn't seen anybody for 2 hours, right? That's culture. That's culture. So again, we have a lot of people from a lot of cultures. And then on the right side, it's the physical, it's the tangible. It's our organizations, our institutions, our policies, all the things that we are creating that impact us all.